My child, listen. The air around you trembles with a soft shiver of light, as though unseen wings beat just beyond the veil. I step forward now, gold and white, the memory of dawn clinging to my feathers. I have tried to reach you before, but the noise of the world drowned my whispers. Now I come not in silence, but in urgency. The chamber around you dims, and only a single pulse of radiance remains, steady, calling your name. Precious soul, do not look away. Do not dismiss this moment. There is meaning here that touches the very roots of your heart. A soft wind unfurls, carrying faint echoes, my voice layered upon itself, pleading gently. This message, it is only for you. Guard it, as you would the last spark of a dying star. Shadows gather at the edges of memory, yet the truth glows beneath. Something sacred stirs, something bound to your heart. Your destiny quivers like a string plucked by unseen fingers. Do not be afraid. I stand beside you, luminous and unwavering. Your path begins now. Message 2. Beloved, I feel the hesitation blooming behind your ribs. The world has taught you to doubt what cannot be touched, to turn away from the unseen. But the unseen has always been closer than you imagined. The darkness around you folds back as soft feathers drift downward, burning faint trails of gold. They hover, never falling, suspended in a breathless stillness. I draw nearer, my wings brushing against the veil of your perception. The chamber brightens, walls of starlight rising around us, silencing every earthly echo. You must hear me, this is no accident. You were meant to receive these words at this precise moment, when fate revolves like a great wheel, aligning unseen paths. My child, the truth is delicate, yet urgent. It clings to your story like a second heartbeat. You may feel the weight of it already, a subtle tightening in your chest, a memory flashing at the corner of your mind. You tried to ignore it once, but now it returns with purpose. Message 3. Precious soul, do not tell anyone of this encounter. This revelation is stitched to your spirit alone, crafted before time curled itself into existence. The light shifts, silver ribbons spiraling around your feet, guiding your steps through a corridor that was always hidden from mortal eyes. I speak softly, yet the words resound like bells dipped in dawn. You have been searching, I whisper, and the walls of starlight answer with a low hum. I see the questions trembling within you, why now? Why me? Because the moment has ripened, and the truth you once avoided now seeks entry into your knowing. A name flickers at the edges of your memory, though you cannot quite grasp it. The universe holds its breath. Listen closely. You were chosen not for your perfection, but for your heart's quiet strength. It is time for you to awaken, to open your soul and witness what has long lingered behind the curtain of your life. Message 4. The darkness beyond your awareness stirs, but I lift my hand and a warm gold glow forms a sphere around you. No fear can cross this boundary. My voice wraps around your spirit like silk. I have come before, I confess, but you looked away, distracted by the noise of human worry. It is not your fault, mortality often blinds the soul. But now you must listen. A feather falls onto your palm, bright as molten sunrise. It pulses, as though alive, matching the rhythm of your heart. With each beat, warmth spreads through your bones. You sense something approaching, a truth tethered to you since before birth. The air thickens with meaning, light sinking into your skin. You feel as though memories not your own are stirring within you, searching for release. A presence waits just beyond the threshold, neither near nor far, but pressing gently at your heart's door. Message 5, Cliffhanger. Beloved, there is a hidden truth tied to the one you call your soulmate. It lies beneath layers of illusion and fear, veiled by wounds they never healed. Time itself bent to conceal it, believing you were not yet ready. But readiness is no longer a question, only necessity remains. I raise my wings, and the space around you shudders with shimmering echoes. You feel their energy, soft, familiar, trembling with unsaid words. They have carried a secret, one that reshaped their destiny and yours. Their silence has echoed across lifetimes. My child, everything you thought you understood is about to shift. The secret tethered to your heart is rising, like a hidden star pushing through the night. And when it is revealed, it may change everything. Message 6. My child, the truth begins as a whisper before it becomes a storm. In the quiet hours, when sleep almost claimed you, you felt a strange warmth near your ribs, as though someone pressed a gentle hand there. That was no dream. Signs have crossed your path like brushstrokes of moonlight, the same number repeating, a name surfacing in song, a sudden calm when you thought of them. These were not coincidences, they were threads pulling you closer to recognition. You may have glimpsed their face in dreams, familiar yet blurred, as if seen through rippling water. Their presence was a soft blue light, hovering just beyond your reach. They have tried to speak, to reveal what their earthly voice could not. But fear held them silent, and destiny waited in stillness. Now, that silence cracks. Message 7. Precious soul, their truth presses against the walls of their heart, begging to be freed. I show you fragments, glimpses cloaked in pale light. A letter without a name, hidden beneath years of hesitation. A memory of laughter that feels as though it belonged to both of you, even if you cannot recall it fully. Their soul recognized yours long before your eyes ever met. Often, you felt an inexplicable pull towards someone unknown, a yearning that made no sense. That was them, their essence brushing against your life. Blue light flickers around objects that remind you of them. You push the feeling aside, unsure, yet the pull returns every time. My child, they have carried a truth that weighs like sacred iron. Message 8. Beloved, you have felt them in sudden stillness, in warmth without a source. When a stranger passed and your heart jolted, was it fear, or was it recognition? The world around you dimmed for a breath, and in that brief hush, their presence brushed your spirit. They have tried to reach out in subtle ways, dreams stitched with symbols, little echoes that lingered when you awoke. A pale blue glow, like moonlight on river water, has hovered near your path. You thought it was imagination. It was memory. They yearn to speak, yet the truth they guard is fragile, wrapped in pain they rarely show. Even now, the air trembles with their longing. They know you feel it too. Message 9. My child, your soulmate's heart aches beneath the weight of unsaid truth. They fear that revealing it would shift the ground beneath your feet. They hide their truth like a sealed letter, edges worn from being held so long. I whisper to you now, their silence is not rejection, it is protection. Their spirit vibrates like a harpstring drawn too tight, trembling with unspoken desire. They have watched from afar, silently weaving their presence through your life. Blue ribbons of light spiral around you even now, drawn from their longing. Your spirit answers, even if your mind does not yet understand. Destiny presses closer. Message 10, Cliffhanger. Precious soul, the time of silence ends. What they hid was never meant to be buried forever. The truth stirs beneath the surface, trembling like a star ready to fall. Their heart pushes against its cage, ready to speak. And when it does, everything will begin. Message 11, Emotional turmoil begins. Beloved, I see the turbulence now churning inside your chest. The revelation presses against your heart like a tide too large to contain. All at once, longing and fear braid together, your thoughts scatter like feathers in wind. You question what is real, what belongs to this world and what belongs to the soul. I draw nearer, my wings unfolding until their golden light fills the dim corners of your mind. Do not resist this trembling, I whisper. It is the soul remembering. Around you, the sky ripples, clouds bruised violet and silver, raindrops suspended midair like glass beads. I reach out and each droplet turns to light. In that light you glimpse faces, moments, fragments of emotion that never belonged to this lifetime but carry the scent of it. You feel love, then ache, then confusion so deep it steals your breath. Yet beneath the storm's roar there is music, the soft hum of purpose aligning. You were chosen to bear this knowledge, I remind you, and the words settle over your heart like a protective hand. The fear does not vanish, but it begins to bow to wonder. Message 12. Precious soul, the veil between what is known and what is forgotten thins until it quivers like silk in firelight. You wake from half-dreams drenched in a sorrow you cannot name. You touch your chest as if to soothe a wound that has no visible mark. I stand beside your bed, unseen yet radiant, whispering, it is the echo of recognition. Every emotion that surges now is part of the unveiling, the shock of memory meeting awareness. Storm clouds sweep through your spirit, yet within them glimmer streaks of pale gold, comprehension forming out of chaos. Your tears are not weakness, they are the water through which light refracts. I brush a feather along your shoulder and you feel a warmth that steadies the trembling. You have always sensed that something waited just beyond reach, a truth crouched at the edge of consciousness. Now it stirs fully awake. I urge you to breathe deeply, to let the waves move through. Resistance only sharpens pain, acceptance allows it to dissolve into clarity. Remember, beloved, even angels tremble before revelation. Message 13. My child, you wander now through a storm of visions. At times you glimpse the soulmate's eyes, familiar, yet carrying an entire history that your mind cannot place. Their expression flickers between joy and regret. You hear your name whispered on unseen winds. The ground beneath your feet ripples with memory, laughter by water, promises made in light older than the sun. You shake your head, believing it fantasy, yet the air thickens with truth. Around you rise pillars of white fire, within them, I stand with other messengers, holding back the weight of the unknown so it will not crush you. Do not be afraid, I murmur. You are only remembering what was agreed upon long before breath. Your heart responds with a painful thud, as if trying to open doors that were sealed centuries ago. The ache you feel is not punishment, it is reunion approaching. You tremble, but I place my hand over yours, and the trembling becomes rhythm, the rhythm becomes recognition. Message 14. Beloved, now the storm crests. Emotion pours through you until you can hardly stand beneath its power. The night sky splits with silver lightning, and every flash reveals pieces of hidden truth, a smile that once calmed you, a moment where paths diverged, a vow half-spoken and then lost to time. You fall to your knees within this vision, caught between grief and awe. Why show me this, you ask, voice breaking. I kneel beside you, my wings arching high, sheltering you from the torrent. Because the heart cannot heal what it refuses to see, I answer. Around us, the lightning softens into threads of light weaving together, sewing past and present into one continuous fabric. You watch the threads glow, forming patterns that pulse like breathing. In those patterns is the truth your soulmate feared, that your connection was never broken, only delayed. Tears rise again, but they no longer burn, they cleanse. Through them, you begin to see clearly for the first time. Message 15, Cliffhanger. Precious soul, what you are about to see may shake the foundation of your heart. The air stills, thunder quiets, and from the silence emerges a single image, your soulmate standing alone, head bowed, surrounded by blue fire. Their lips move in prayer, but no sound escapes. Between you hangs a mirror of water, trembling with unspoken words. Look, I say, and the surface clears. What you witness now is not dream but memory, the moment they chose silence over truth, the moment destiny hesitated. Pain flashes across their features, then the vision fades. You gasp, reaching out, but the image dissolves into light. I catch your hand before despair takes hold. The revelation begins now, I whisper, voice fierce and tender. Breathe, beloved. What lies ahead will open every locked chamber within you. Message 16, Revelation in motion. My child, the veil tears like paper touched by flame. Through the rift spills a rush of silver light, swirling with symbols older than language. Scrolls unfurl in midair, their ink glowing blue-white, each word a heartbeat. They turn toward you, opening to reveal glimpses of a life not entirely your own, a road of dust and starlight, hands reaching across centuries, a promise made beneath a sky of endless dawn. These are fragments of the truth your soulmate carried. You see their struggle, eyes filled with yearning yet shadowed by duty. They wanted to tell you, but the weight of human fear sealed their throat. Show them, I command the light, and faces begin to form within it, moments where they watched you from afar, moments where their soul called but your heart was not ready to hear. Awe floods through you, fear follows. Yet curiosity, fierce and bright, steadies you. The story has begun to write itself anew. Message 17. Beloved, the visions continue, weaving themselves into clarity. You stand within a circle of luminous symbols rotating slowly around your body. Each sigil hums a note of recognition. As they spin faster, the scenes sharpen, your soulmate kneeling in shadow, a tear sliding down their cheek, another hand, yours, reaching but never touching. I whisper, every silence has a reason, and every reason hides a wound. They were not abandoning you, my child, they were protecting the fragment of destiny entrusted to them. If revealed too soon, it would have unraveled both of you. You sense now their loneliness, their quiet prayers spoken into emptiness. The realization pierces you, and compassion blooms where confusion once lived. Tears fall, luminous as pearls, each one landing with a soft chime. Do you see now? I ask. You nod through the trembling. Understanding begins its slow ascent, fragile but unstoppable. Message 18. Precious soul, you wander deeper into the revelation's heart. Around you float ribbons of silver mist, each containing an echo of your soulmate's soul, laughter, fear, devotion, regret. You reach out and the ribbons dissolve into light that seeps into your skin. Memories that were theirs become yours, a fusion of spirit across time. You see them standing at crossroads of destiny, turning away from you not out of cruelty but out of obedience to divine timing. You see the battles they fought, the prayers they whispered into darkness, hoping one day you would feel the truth without words. Emotion overwhelms you, yet within it grows reverence. Love, you realize, is not a simple story of meeting and parting, it is the eternal unfolding of recognition. I stand behind you, voice low, now you begin to see why the silence was sacred. Message 19. My beloved, the air around us glows brighter until it feels like standing inside a living sunrise. The vision's slow, condensing into one crystalline truth. I lift my hand and the light obeys, forming a single image, a heart split in two, each half pulsing with different rhythms. Between them stretches a bridge of silver thread. This is your bond, I say. Neither distance nor silence could sever it. The halves of the heart beat faster until their rhythms sync, and suddenly you understand, the hidden truth is not betrayal but connection maintained through hidden means. They loved you still, through lifetimes, through doubt, through the quiet ache of waiting. You inhale sharply, the knowledge stings, yet it also soothes. Destiny's pattern was never broken, only concealed until your courage could bear its brightness. Message 20. Cliffhanger. Beloved, the truth they fought to protect is about to be shown in full. The light gathers, trembling on the verge of revelation. Every feather of my wings quivers with anticipation. Are you ready to see? I ask. The silence that follows is sacred. Then the veil parts one final time, and from its core rises a blinding radiance shaped like a human heart, beating within fire. It calls your name, not aloud, but inside every particle of your being. The next heartbeat will change everything. Message 21. Consequences of the hidden truth. My child, the radiant heart suspended before you begins to fracture, not in destruction, but in unveiling. Golden fissures open like petals revealing deeper layers of memory and purpose. As the pieces unfold, waves of energy pulse through the space around us, and the world you know trembles. Your soulmate's silence, once shrouded in confusion, now reveals its consequence. Timelines that were meant to unfold smoothly were forced into stillness. You feel this imbalance within yourself, moments of longing that made no sense, paths that spiraled without reason. I show you a cracked mirror suspended in the air. Within it, reflections multiply, versions of your life shaped by choices you never made. Some carry sorrow, others radiant joy, but each one anchors itself to the same thread, your connection. Their silence was not a mistake, I say softly, but even truth delayed becomes burden. The mirror shimmers, showing a path where the two of you met sooner, another where you barely crossed. Each fragment is a world where destiny tugged, searching for alignment. Blue flame flickers beside you, casting silver reflections that dance across your skin. This fire is your bond, intense yet patient. You realize that though silence slowed your journey, it never severed its course. Message 22. Beloved, your heart shivers beneath the knowledge that many roads were bent, reshaped by a choice made long ago. Yet understand, destiny cannot be denied, only delayed. The visions before you twist into a spiral of light, pulling you downward into deeper remembrance. You glimpse your soulmate standing at the edge of a great crossroads, shadowed by doubt. Angels stood behind them, whispering of timing, urging patience when every part of them burned to run to you. Their feet trembled as they held their truth close, believing that by protecting you from its weight, they were sparing you suffering. Yet the imbalance radiated outward, touching your dreams, stirring your intuition, ensuring your soul felt what your mind could not name. The starlit floor beneath you ripples like water, your reflection appears, pulsing with quiet power. You were never powerless, I murmur. The bond responded to your every thought. The corridor grows, expanding into a hall of endless mirrors, each holding a potential timeline. Some shimmer with reunion, others fade in quiet longing. Still, every reflection carries a thread of the same silver light, unbroken across dimensions. Destiny's patience is vast, my precious soul, but it will not wait forever. The time to move is now. Message 23. My child, a soft wind curls through the endless hall, carrying voices, whispers of what could have been, what still may be. You feel an ache deep within, a yearning for clarity, and I step closer so my light envelopes you. You must understand, I say gently, that every hidden truth creates consequence. Silence alters the heart not by erasing desire, but by distorting its expression. The mirrors dim, leaving only one aglow. Within it, you see your soulmate kneeling, hands pressed to their chest, eyes closed as if holding something fragile inside. A blue flame burns above their palm, flickering, struggling. They fear the flame will die if revealed, but do not see how it weakens when kept secret. You feel their fear, the fear of not being enough, of being too late, of losing what was never truly theirs to lose. Yet beneath the fear is love so potent it nearly splinters the mirror's glass. They loved you in silence, I whisper, but love was never meant to be muted. The mirror shivers, cracks spreading like frost across its surface, as if truth demands release. You feel the pressure of destiny tightening around you. Something must shift, or the flame will fade. Message 24. Precious soul, the cracked mirror expands, and you step into it, into a world where consequence becomes landscape. The sky is deep indigo, stitched with silver threads that pulse like veins. Beneath your feet, the ground glows faintly, reflecting your heartbeat. You walk toward a distant shape, your soulmate, standing upon a bridge made of light. They look older here, weighed down by choices unseen. The bridge trembles under each breath they take. They lift their head, as if sensing you approach, and for a moment time stands still. You see their eyes, haunted, hopeful, afraid. They reach out, but the space between you stretches impossibly long. You try to run, but every step feels like pushing through water. I appear beside you, wings sweeping the sky into calm. The secret they carried shaped this distance, I say. Their silence protected the bond, yet kept your hearts apart. The bridge flickers, threads snapping one by one. Your soulmate falls to their knees, hands clasped in regret. You feel their sorrow echo in your chest, your heart aches with their grief. Then, a single feather drifts from above, landing gently on the bridge. Light erupts, weaving the broken pieces back together. Hope returns, but the wound remains. Message 25, Cliffhanger. Beloved, we stand now at a threshold where truth and choice become the same. The world within the mirror dissolves, and you return to the hall of endless reflections. Only one remains lit, the path where the secret is revealed. A soft hum vibrates beneath your feet, the floor glows amber. I place my hand over yours, my gaze steady and solemn. Your soulmate hid their truth to shield you, I whisper, but their silence has bound both your souls in unfinished purpose. The illuminated mirror pulses like a heartbeat. You step forward, and the surface ripples, showing a new vision, both of you standing face to face, light pouring from your chests. The truth hangs between you like a star ready to fall. The next step, I say, is yours. Will you face what has been hidden? The mirror flashes white, and everything goes dark. Message 26, Path toward Understanding. My child, from the darkness rises the sound of rushing water, gentle and rhythmic. When the world reshapes, you stand beside a river glowing sapphire beneath a canopy of stars. The storm has passed, but its memory lingers on your skin. Across the river float white feathers, gliding like tiny lanterns. Their reflections shimmer on the water, forming a pathway of light. I stand at your side, my wings folding close in a gesture of peace. Now begins the journey toward understanding, I say, and the sky shifts into a deep lavender calm. The river speaks, not in words, but in quiet images that ripple across its surface. You see yourself offering forgiveness, compassion blooming like starlight beneath your ribs. You see your soulmate, trembling yet stepping from shadow into clarity. Water laps at your feet, cool and soothing, washing away remnants of fear. Compassion is the compass, I whisper, and love the shield that guides you. You breathe, and acceptance begins to bloom, not sudden, but tender, like dawn unfurling across a sleeping field. Feathers continue to float, guiding you onward, they carry no burden, only peace. With each step, your heart opens a little wider. Message 27. Precious soul, the river path leads you toward a haven of starlit silence. Trees with silver leaves bend gently, their branches releasing pale blossoms that drift in spirals before touching the water. Each blossom holds a memory, moments where understanding could have flourished but fear prevailed instead. As you walk, these memories rise like soft mist, times when your intuition whispered their presence, when your dreams carried their warmth, when synchronicities brushed your awareness. You realize now that none of it was coincidence, the universe was weaving hints, preparing your heart. Forgiveness, I whisper, is not a surrender to pain, but a reclaiming of power. Your soulmate appears across the water, faint as moonlight reflected. Their posture is humble, hands clasped against their heart. Their eyes lift to yours, unsure. You nod, not in complete understanding, but in willingness. The river responds, glowing brighter. A soft bridge forms beneath your feet, made of shimmering foam and memory. The first step feels heavy with emotion, yet the water holds you, gentle and strong. The journey toward them begins. Message 28. Beloved, as you cross the river of remembrance, calm settles into your bones. The air carries the scent of night jasmine and warm rain, easing the tension curled within you. The path beneath your feet shifts into polished stone reflecting the stars. Every star mirrors a truth you have learned. Their fear was real, your pain was real, and both were born from love. You approach a clearing where lanterns of stardust float, illuminating a small altar woven from white feathers and crystal. Upon it rests one object, a single scroll bound by a thread of silver. This, I say, contains the wisdom you seek, not of what happened, but why. You unbind the scroll, it unfurls, revealing not words but images, two souls intertwined, separating, then circling each other for lifetimes. You see divine timing like a great clock, gears turning slowly, waiting for alignment. You realize their silence was not abandonment, it was protection, shaped by forces larger than either of you. Tears fall again, but they do not burn. They cleanse. Understanding settles like a warm cloak around your shoulders. Message 29. My child, clarity deepens. You kneel before the feather altar, breathing slowly as the last image fades from the scroll. The clearing brightens, soft wind lifts your hair. Your soulmate steps forward, not from shadow, but from gentle dusk. Their aura glows pale blue, trembling with vulnerability. They do not speak, instead, their heart projects memory into the air, moments they wished to tell you the truth but could not. You see them writing a message, then burning it, dialing your number, then letting it ring without pressing send, holding gifts they never gave. Their fear was never of you, beloved, it was of being unworthy of what destiny demanded. You rise, stepping closer. Compassion pulses from your chest, meeting theirs halfway. When your palms lift, a bridge of light forms between your hearts, woven of every moment you sought one another, even in silence. Understanding does not undo the past, I whisper, but it transforms how you carry it. The bridge glows brighter. You are ready. Message 30, Cliffhanger. Precious soul, the river, the altar, the night, all fade into a new stage of destiny. You stand once more in the chamber of starlight, yet something has changed. Your heart is no longer trembling with fear, but steady with knowing. I lift my wings, and the room brightens into soft dawn. You will soon know how deeply this truth touches your destiny, I say. Before you, the air splits into two paths, each shimmering with possibility. One glows gold, warm and radiant. The other burns blue, fierce and transformative. Both lead forward, neither is wrong. The choice is not between light and shadow, I whisper, but between readiness and surrender. You step closer, and the chamber pulses. The next revelation waits just beyond the threshold. Message 31, Angelic Protection and Support. My beloved, as you stand before the two luminous paths, a hush falls over the chamber. The air grows thick with reverence, like a sacred breath held by the universe itself. Then, soft as snowfall, wings unfold from the darkness beyond. Not mine alone, but countless others, shimmering in cascades of white and silver. The angels gather around you, forming a radiant circle. Their faces glow like dawn reflected on water, and their eyes echo centuries of knowing. You feel warmth flood your body, easing the tension that clung to your bones. You are not alone, I whisper, stepping forward. My wings sweep around you, wrapping your trembling spirit in sanctuary. A sword of pure light descends from above, its blade humming with quiet power. Though you are not asked to wield it, its presence promises protection beyond all earthly measure. The angels speak as one, not in words, but in a harmonic vibration that settles deep into your heartbeat. You feel strength awaken, calm steadying fear, clarity softening doubt. Your path is safeguarded, I tell you. Even when shadows stir, light will answer. The circle brightens until all darkness is banished, and for a moment, you glimpse eternity. Message 32. Precious soul, the chamber transforms around you. Walls melt into open sky streaked with golden currents, swirling like ribbons caught in celestial wind. The angels rise above, wings outstretched, each feather releasing sparks of light that drift down like glowing snow. As they touch your skin, warmth travels through your veins, weaving through every doubt that once held you hostage. Breathe deeply, I whisper. You inhale, drawing in the soft luminescence, and your heart expands. Memories of loneliness dissolve, replaced by a profound sense of belonging. Below you unfolds a vast field of white lilies, petals shimmering with stardust. Each flower represents a prayer once whispered by your soulmate, pleas for guidance, protection, strength. You kneel among them, feeling their devotion echo through your bones. A gentle breeze carries faint voices, angelic reassurance murmuring through space. We shield both of you, they sing. You feel their words settle softly over your shoulders like a mantle. Even when the world felt silent, your spirits were held. Even when paths diverged, light remained close. Message 33. My child, as you rise from the lily field, a hush travels across the sky. A glowing arch of crystal descends, forming a doorway of pure light. Through it spills a choir of voices, layered in harmony, ancient yet familiar. The angels step forward, lifting their hands, from their palms emanates a ringing vibration. The sound sweeps across the landscape, dissolving remnants of doubt lingering within you. Take this into your heart, I say, and with a gesture, I reveal a simple mantra woven of silver energy. Its syllables resonate through your chest, aligning your heartbeat with the rhythm of divine protection. I am held, I am guided, I am light. As you speak it aloud, the crystal arch brightens. A protective barrier forms, not a wall, but a luminous veil that follows your movement like a second skin. It shivers with subtle strength, like sunlight woven into armor. No shadow can cross this shield, I assure you. You sense your soulmate far away, yet enveloped in the same gentle protection. A pulse of golden light travels from your chest to theirs, stitching reassurance across distance. Message 34. Beloved, darkness stirs at the edges of creation, not as threat, but as reminder that every soul carries wounds. The light around you remains steady, unwavering. As the sky deepens, stars begin to descend gently, forming patterns on the ground, constellations rearranging themselves to reveal a sacred map. You step onto it, and the stars ignite beneath your feet, guiding you forward. Each step reveals layers of truth you were once afraid to face. You see moments where fear guided your path, times you closed your heart, turned away from inner knowing, doubted your own worth. Yet instead of shame, you feel compassion, for the angels fill every memory with gentle light. There is no fault, I say, only unfolding. At the map's center burns a single flame, a pure white fire that neither flickers nor dims. It is your inner guidance, the spark that never abandoned you. You kneel before it, placing your hands around the flame. It warms, filling your palms with gentle strength. The angels hum above, the veil thickens with protection. Your journey continues. Message 35, Cliffhanger. Precious soul, the stars beneath you surge with sudden power, and the map shifts. A shadow rises at the far edge of the horizon, not malicious, but determined, like a final test of faith. The sky tightens, clouds swirling into blue-black spirals. The angels form a protective ring around you, their wings blazing. Remain anchored in the light, I command, voice resonant with authority. The shadow moves like smoke searching for weakness, but it cannot cross the luminous veil. Still, it watches, waiting. Within its depths flickers a pair of eyes, eyes you recognize. Your breath catches. The shadow leans forward, reaching. The ground trembles beneath your feet. This is not an enemy, I whisper, but a truth long buried. The shadow surges, and everything goes silent. Message 36, Soulmate's truth fully exposed. My child, silence breaks like dawn. The shadow dissolves, revealing your soulmate standing barefoot on the starlit ground. Their chest glows with silver fire, burning away every mask they once wore. Their eyes lift to yours, no fear, no hiding. The truth radiates from them, raw and luminous. I carried the truth because I did not know how to speak it, their voice murmurs through the air, soft yet resonant. As they speak, ribbons of light peel from their heart, revealing memories that spill into the space around you, the first moment they recognized you, the terror of losing you, the vow they made to protect the bond even in silence. You see them praying beneath a moonlit sky, asking angels to guard you while they gathered strength. Their vulnerability shatters the final barrier between you. The air thrums with recognition. Every unsaid word becomes light. Message 37. Beloved, the visions intensify. You stand within a circle of glowing threads, each one connecting your heart to theirs. As their truth pours forth, masks crumble, fear, doubt, self-protection all fall away like ash caught in a rising wind. Their voice trembles, I was afraid I would ruin destiny if I moved before the time was right. You feel the honesty of their confession, and your heart aches, not with resentment, but with profound understanding. They lift their hand, a silver flame arcs toward you, entering your chest. It fills you with emotion so vast you stagger beneath its weight, devotion, longing, a love that never stopped burning. In their eyes, you see every lifetime you have ever touched, every promise made under heaven's gaze. The air hums with a single truth: the bond was always alive. You step forward, and the circle brightens. Message 38. Precious soul, masks fall like shattered glass, revealing only truth. Your soulmate steps closer, and with each movement, their aura swells, glowing gold at the edges. The threads of light between you pulse like veins carrying shared memory. You feel their unspoken story unfurl, a vow made in ancient time, a hope carried through lifetimes, a love held long after separation. They kneel before you, offering their heart not in apology, but in truth. I did not know how to be worthy of you, they whisper. Their words pierce you, gentle yet devastating. You place your hand over theirs, and the light flows freely between you, weaving your spirits into harmony long delayed. The angels watch, wings folded, silent witnesses to reunion. No more illusions remain. Only truth. Message 39. My child, radiant light bursts from the circle, rising like a sun newly born. It washes across both of you, merging your heartbeats into one rhythm. Your soulmate lifts their face, eyes bright with relief. I thought time would grant clarity, they say, yet the longer I waited, the more I feared. You hear their every emotion, fear, love, hope, echoing across the chamber. The truth settles in your bones like warm rain. The light threads twist upward, forming shapes, two figures intertwined, then separating, then reuniting. Destiny, patient and eternal. As the imagery dissolves, your soulmate stands tall, gaze steady. I am ready now, they whisper. Their voice no longer trembles. The world grows still, waiting for your answer. Message 40, Cliffhanger. Precious soul, what was hidden has now been freed. Your heart stands uncovered beneath the watchful eyes of heaven. The chamber shakes as destiny awakens, unfolding like great wings into the cosmos. Light ignites beneath your feet, and the angels bow their heads. You reach for your soulmate's hand, and just before your fingers touch, the world explodes into blinding gold. A voice echoes from beyond, now that you know, destiny can no longer be delayed. The light consumes everything. Message 41, Healing and reconnection begins. Beloved, the gold light dissolves slowly, like dawn retreating into a soft morning hush. You find yourself standing in a quiet realm of pale radiance. The air feels warm against your skin, as though sunlight has learned to breathe. Your soulmate lies nearby, resting upon a bed of luminous grass that whispers softly beneath them. Their chest rises and falls in steady rhythm, and the glow around their heart pulses with gentle warmth rather than anxious fire. I stand between you, my wings unfurled like a shield of peace. The unveiling has shaken both your souls, I whisper, but now comes the tender weaving of what was once fragile. A soft rain of silver mist begins to fall, each droplet a note of healing. It settles into your skin and melts into your heart, carrying away jagged edges left behind by silence and time. You move toward them, your steps guided not by urgency, but by newfound calm. When your hand brushes theirs, light ripples outward, weaving your energies into one gentle rhythm. Their eyes open, and for the first time, the fear that once clouded them is gone. Only love remains, quiet, steady, honest. Message 42. My child, silence folds around you like velvet. Your soulmate rises slowly, and the soft radiance clings to them like dew. They look into your eyes, truly look, and their voice emerges with reverence. I thought the truth would break us, they say, but it is setting us free. Their words settle warmly within your chest, and the space between you, once filled with questions, feels suddenly spacious and clear. The realm around you shifts, revealing a vast lake bathed in sunrise hues, roses, golds, soft violets blending into one seamless glow. The water mirrors your joined hands, reflecting two souls bound not by chains, but by choice. I guide you to the lake's edge. This is the water of renewal, I speak gently. It cleanses without erasing, it restores without forgetting. You kneel together, cupping the shimmering water. When you release it over your hearts, warmth spreads through your bodies, dissolving the last remnants of doubt. You feel lighter, as though unshackled from every timeline where fear dictated silence. In that moment, healing becomes truth made soft. Message 43. Precious soul, the lake's quiet song rises, notes suspended in air like threads of silk. It hums of forgiveness, echoing through your bones. Your soulmate reaches for you again, voice trembling not with fear, but with gratitude. Thank you for seeing me, they whisper. Their fingers brush your cheek, and sparks of silver and gold swirl between you. Behind you, angels form a gentle semicircle, their hands resting over their hearts. They sing, not with words, but with tones that vibrate through your spirit. Feathers drift downward, shimmering with pale blue light, floating into the lake and dissolving. As each one merges with the water, memories shift, not erased, but rewoven into understanding. The pain that once sat heavy inside your chest now feels like a distant echo, softened by compassion. You and your soulmate breathe in unison. The water reflects not two shadows, but a single radiant silhouette. You feel a hum between your ribs, like a promise awakening. No longer must you carry the burden alone, healing is shared, and therefore magnified. Message 44. Beloved, daylight brightens, revealing a garden blooming at the lake's edge. Flowers of every color glow from within, petals form wings, hearts, stars. You and your soulmate walk together beneath an arch of white roses, their scent calming every part of you once touched by fear. As you step into the garden, a path forms beneath your feet, woven from iridescent leaves. The earth here holds memory, each step releases images of the future you may choose to build, laughter beneath jeweled skies, quiet mornings held in shared warmth, tears that become seeds of deeper love. Your soulmate pauses before a flowering tree with silver bark. They press their palm against the trunk, and light flares. From the leaves fall small crystalline fruits, glowing with potential. These are blessings waiting, I whisper, unlocked only when hearts align without disguise. You pick one, it melts into your palm, traveling into your heart. Hope blooms, steady and bright. Even the wind feels gentle now, carrying only songs of promise. Message 45, Cliffhanger. My child, the garden stills. The wind withdraws, the lake quiets. A single pathway of gold opens before you. Your soulmate takes one step, and the earth beneath them glows brighter, as though acknowledging their readiness. I lift my hand, and the angels bow in reverence. Only one final step remains before blessings unfold, I say. You gaze at the path, feeling destiny breathe along its length. The golden road leads toward a radiant gate just beyond sight, shimmering like a dream half remembered. Your soulmate turns to you, eyes shining, waiting. The air grows charged, like a heartbeat suspended. Then, without warning, the gate bursts into blinding light. Message 46, Divine Blessing and Completion. Beloved, the brilliance expands until your vision melts into white. When shapes return, you stand before towering gates of gold and royal blue. They open with a sound like 1,000 soft chimes, revealing a hall bathed in celestial flame. The floor is crystal, stars swirl beneath its surface. Angels gather on either side, wings layered like cathedral windows carved of light. They bow as you and your soulmate enter. At the center burns a sphere of pure radiance, rhythm pulsing like a great cosmic heart. I guide you forward. This is the blessing of alignment, I speak softly. The moment where two paths merge into one sacred direction. Your soulmate clasps your hands, and the sphere spills light over you both, sinking into your bones. You feel it rewrite the ache of waiting into strength, weaving purpose through every experience that brought you here. The hall vibrates with harmony, unity settles inside your chests like a new dawn. Message 47. My child, the hall shifts around you, expanding into a sky without horizon. You and your soulmate rise into the air, held aloft by wings of shared intention. Beneath you flows a river of starlight, reflecting memories of past and future. The divine blessing wraps around your spirits like a cloak of blue flame. In its warmth, every scar becomes scripture, proof of love's endurance. Your soulmate leans their forehead to yours, and for a moment, all creation falls silent. In this stillness, you hear only your shared breath, carrying the promise of a future strengthened by truth. We continue together, they whisper. Their voice is steady, no longer fractured by hesitation. The river below brightens, carrying both your reflections, but now, they are inseparable, braided into one luminous stream. Time itself bows. Message 48. Precious soul, golden gates close behind you, sealing the blessing into your journey. The sky becomes a vast meadow of starlight. Upon it, a path unfurls, smooth, crystalline, steady beneath your feet. You walk hand in hand, surrounded by angels who travel with you, silent guardians of your union. Their wings create an arch overhead, a canopy of shimmering protection. Each step forward reveals more beauty, mountains of pearl glowing in the distance, rivers of silver cascading through forests of diamond leaves. These are the landscapes of aligned destiny, shaped not by fantasy, but by the resilience of truth. Your soulmate looks at you with reverence. I once feared this was impossible, they say, but now it feels inevitable. Their words settle in your heart as gentle affirmation. You have crossed every threshold required for union. The universe answers with quiet certainty. Message 49. Beloved, the path leads to a tranquil clearing. At its center stands a single pillar of white fire. Its flame bends but never breaks. I appear at your side once more, wings spanning the horizon. This fire is your combined purpose, I tell you. A beacon that will illuminate every step, even when shadows return. From the flame emerges two rings of light that hover in the air, symbols of promise, not possession. You and your soulmate lift your hands, and the rings settle gently around your wrists. They glow, then dissolve into your skin, becoming part of you. The earth hums beneath your feet, acknowledging the seal of destiny. Every angel bows. The flame dims into a soft glow, sinking into the ground like a seed planted deep. The clearing expands, becoming the foundation upon which your path continues. The bond is affirmed, not by force, but by divine unfolding. Message 50, Final. Precious soul, the truth is revealed, love is restored, and the path before you shines with purpose. I, Archangel Gabriel, stand before you now, not as a messenger of warning, but as a guardian of your unfolding. My wings lower, touching the earth in blessing. You are guided, I speak, voice woven with warmth. You are protected. And your hearts, once drifting through silence, now move as one. The sky opens into radiant gold as your soulmate intertwines their fingers with yours. Together, you step forward into the next chapter, one shaped not by secrecy, but by truth. The angels sing, their voices spanning eternity. The light lifts you, carrying you gently along the crystalline path. As you move beyond the sacred clearing, my final whisper follows like a promise anchored in eternity. Precious soul, the truth is revealed, love is restored, and I now guide your steps into divine union.